Welcome to Kidspiration. This program is designed for kids ages from kindergarten to 3rd grade and is widely known for concept mapping. To create our own concept maps, we will enter the concept mapping station right here through Picture View. Many may ask, what is concept mapping? Well, concept mapping is a visual outline of ideas that can offer useful alternatives to the verbal representations of content outlines. In the center goes the main idea, in which this case we will use planets as our example. Then this is where organizing your information comes into play. You will attach another bubble by simply clicking on the center and going up to the Add Symbol button right here. It will then automatically attach to the center, and you can add as many of these as you'd like. So for instance, for the planets, you can do however there are for the planets. And we will use Mars, Venus, Earth, and Saturn as the planets, just to show you an example, each of them having their own bubble. Now, from that individual circle, the user can add symbols off of those to show and organize information about the planets, so that way students have a better understanding and see a direct relationship between the planet and the significant data that is linked to it. This can lead to a form of expression, as kids will show their knowledge on the planets in an organized format. So for Earth, you can show that Earth is the only planet with human beings located on it. And that way children can make the link between Earth and the fact that comes with it in a simple manner. Now, what's fun about Kidspiration is that it's visually appealing to the eye. The student or teacher can play with the color scheme of the arrows and bubbles, just going down to the color swatch. This is done by clicking on the bubble and arrow and then going down, like I said earlier, to the color swatch. And the color chart will be there for you to click on whatever it is that you're looking for. And you can do it to all of them. You can do each of them as a different color as you like, really whatever pleases the student, and can make it look organized and fun and exciting for a student to learn. And now planets will turn green, Earth blue, Saturn will make pink, and really you can do whatever you want with it. It just makes it look more interesting, and each of them has a different color so kids can relate to it and base off the color if they are visual learners. One last addition of change of color that you can do is the background color. If you go up to Goodies and then Background Color, a drop-down arrow will bring you, again, the same color swatches for the arrows and bubbles, and you can pick any color you want, and it really looks very organized and well put together as a student does it. Now, aside from the color change, one of the most important features of the concept mapping in Kidspiration is the addition of pictures, both in the background or in place of the bubbles. The pictures, you go up to the search box in the upper left-hand corner, type in what it is you're looking for, and hit find. Or you can use the drop-down arrow to give you broader categories such as basic objects, animals and planets, everyday, food and health, geography, government, and so on and so forth. But for us, since we're dealing with the planets and science, we'll go to science. And the arrow will break us off into subtopics, which is weather 1, weather 2, and what's convenient for us is we're doing space. And voila, there you go. All of the planets are right there, and it gives you everything possible, so you can make it look appealing. Now, what you do is, as you have clicked on Earth, you can go over to the Earth and then bring you up a bigger picture of the planet. And it gives you the name so kids don't get confused. And if you just click on the picture, the program is smart enough to replace the bubble with the picture given. And same thing for Mars, you can go over, and, well, that's Venus, Mercury. But if you go over it, it'll give you it, and then they'll automatically replace it, which is great, because that way students will not get the planets confused, and they'll know which ones are which, and they can place, again, like I said, for the visual learners, an image to the information, so it really benefits everybody. And also what's all great about it is that you can play with the sizes of the planets, so you can make it smaller or bigger depending on how big your layout is. Like I said earlier, the program provides a variety of images, other ones other than just planets. You, for example, have astronauts, which again, the picture will come up. You can just place it anywhere, and it could be decorative for the background, so that way you're not only focusing on just the bubbles. You have the lunar rover, and also a spaceship. So that way, for young kids, they can also see what other images are placed out in space, or whatever topic is at hand. Another appealing factor is that you can change the sizes of the font in the bubble, so that way it's easier for kids to read. You can also change the fonts to make it more appealing. You can also change the color of the font within the bubble, again, to make it more visually appealing. You do that to every single one, and you can also change the color of the titles beneath the bubbles. Because, for instance, if you went into Goodies and changed the background color, there might be some cases where you would need to change the color. And again, it's really up to the user if they want to make them all the same color or if they're all different. And after researching all the information and playing with the visual effects, the final product can look something like this.
Immediately, it catches the student's attention and can amaze the students that learning can actually be fun. The information on the solar planet, as seen here, is presented in an exciting visual way. This can help motivate students and can encourage them to want to achieve academic success, which leads to academic engagement. They will become more engaged in the classroom with the interactive lesson, and they will express the knowledge they retain through the discussions that will take place in the classroom environment. However, the ultimate benefit from this software is that all types of learners can be involved. Auditory, visual, and social learners can learn in the way that is an advantage to them, while allowing the teacher to have a common lesson for every student. This can save time and can increase success rates. Kidspiration is software designed for concept mapping, but can actually improve the classroom environment drastically.